But people who believed that they could be making a billion, 100 million, Kim Sung-il and all the people who trusted me and followed me in this path, some people joined afterwards. He started with the ID when about like 5,000. So he started around 3 years later, maybe 2 years later. So everyone, our ID number, it took us a year for it to reach 1,000. And for 3 years, we made it up to 5,000. And now we get about 10,000 very rapidly. But in the beginning, we didn't have that much of a growth. And when I first met the Imperial Master sitting here, we met in a chicken place and we talked up until midnight. And we talked about it. And while we were eating boiled chicken, no one followed me, even though the chairman was paying for dinner. But he still followed, and we talked until midnight. And all the owners in that house, owners of that restaurant, they tell me around 10. They're always telling me that they're gonna leave before me. They give me a room and they all leave because they know that I'm gonna stay longer. And I talk until midnight or even past midnight. Do we just talk about business? No. We also talk about the religion and how we have to live our future lives. And I was poking my thighs because I was getting so tired. Maybe they were really tired listening to it. But we gone through all that. I told all the stories per person for every single one of them. Our Hong Yong-gu Imperial Master in Basan, we met. He had about 10 people there, so he invited me to come over. So I went down, and as I was drawing circles, 7 people disappeared. They stood up and left. But the 3 people, why were they sitting down? They were still sitting down because they appreciated me coming all the way from Seoul. So they were just sitting there so that I wouldn't be embarrassed. So Atomy, in this network marketing, Atomy has become a good company. But before, 10, 15 years ago, they all thought we were weirdos. We talked about selling good products for a cheap price. This one toothbrush being really cheap, and we were talking about how they were better quality and how they were cheaper than other places that they could buy toothpaste or toothbrushes. And we were doing all these crazy things. And when working, even though this is a simple work, you have to be mad about it. And when you work in that way, that's when you feel the self-accomplishment. For 17 years, I worked in a factory engineering plastic and making parts for cars. It wasn't easy. But working in that field every morning when I left work around 1 to 2 a.m., when I research and look up what to do myself, sun was rising and I went home thinking I should take a shower at least. And I looked at the sky and all the falling stars, and I felt as if I was living a life that was worth thinking about. And I had that accomplishment. I was tired, my body was tired, but my thoughts were awake. So don't say that you're tired because life is hard. Life is hard no matter what you do.